Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Tonight we get an early access look at the Antonio Carrara Orchard Tractor Pack. These are tractors that are definitely designed for orchard work. So for those of you that have been doing olives and grapes, there's a whole assortment of tractors to pick from. They range anywhere from, I think, like 50 horsepower, maybe even lower with the Tigre, up to 95 horsepower with some unique options, like most of them have reversible steering. Obviously, we have the MACH 4 that has both single and dual treads available if you want a treaded tractor. So these will make great like little mini mowers. You could also really honestly like use these as a trim mower for your farm. Maybe put a mulcher on it and mulch around your property and keep it clean. If you've been looking for that kind of thing. So first of all, let's start with the old guy. Here we have the Tigre 635. I think it's 40. We'll take a look at the specs here. And these tractors have a lot of different options available. Some of them do, some of them don't. $7,500. It's a steal. This is an articulated tractor. It comes with 35 horsepower. I'm not sure. You could run the sprayer with this, though I don't know if you'd want to be outside with the sprayer. You'd make yourself sick. But this is definitely on the low end of horsepower. Very few things you can do with this tractor, but it's cool looking, I guess. You can pull things around, use it to cart around a grape wagon. Look how uncomfortable that poor guy looks. And let's see what the in-cab. I mean, it's a pretty cool little tractor. I like all the details on it and stuff. Yeah, this is cool. The articulated steering's not too awkward. It's pretty smooth. I'm not a huge fan of articulated tractors, but there are a couple in this pack. So you got to watch that too. In fact, a lot of times they'll give you one tractor. You're like, why do we have two of these, like a TR and an XR? And a lot of times they give you one that's steerable by steering and the other one that's articulated. So this is our next up series tractor. We have the, well, we'll look at the Tigre car in a second, but the TTR 4400 and the 4400 here. I have two different ones that I've loaded just so you can see it. They do come with different tire options. You can have the tires, you know, like on these tractors, I've blacked it out. You can have silver, gray, like a darker gray, and then black. So they let you have a couple different colors for the wheel colors. Now this one's unique because you can do this. If you ever seen a golf course or whatever, a lot of times they run these tractors backwards like this, and it's even got a trailer hitch on the reverse side, so you can hitch a trailer. You could mow with this tractor, and I'll show you. I think we'll use this one as our demo for the mowing. But you could put a mulcher on the front of this and mulch with it. However, it is only, you got to watch what size mulcher you put on it because it is only little. That this has and these do not have adjustable horsepower sizes. What they are is what they are. This one is 38 horsepower. That means if mulchers, let's see, can we even run a mulcher with that? Mulchers 70, 130, 200. So no, you can't even run a mulcher with this thing. How about a mower? Can we run any mowers with that? Mower. There we go. This one, maybe. So look for some mod mowers, but yeah, I'm not sure even what you'd use this for. Being solo horsepower. But, you could definitely run this. The Clipper. This doesn't have a horse. This Providus. And this could be definitely used by it. And you could also obviously pull one of these trailers. The sprayer is a trailer, so you can't really load that on the front. But, I don't know. I'm sure you'll find something that'll work with it. But it's pretty low horsepower. So, cool tractor though, but I like the reverse steering. Same thing. Double wheels. Why? To me, this would make it hard to drive around the orchard. I don't know. Unique. Next step up, we have the TTR 7600 series. I've showed it here. It's both. You can have a bull bar, you can have it with a 3-point hitch, or nothing, or just the bull bar, or just the 3-point hitch. Dual wheels are available. Let's see how much horsepower this has. Antonio Carrara. These are 75 horsepower. This takes us into the realm of, yeah, you could put a mulcher on this. So, and I also believe this is reversible. So let's see what happens here. Yeah. Yeah, so you can run this backwards, which, you know, I could see you doing a mulch and cultivate with this. So I think you'd want more horsepower. But you can do two functions at once with this little guy. You can put a weight on the front. Once again, cool strobe light on top. I like that. It's kind of a neat thing. Headlights still come on backwards. And this is the view from driving from the front. There must be some need to have a reversible tractor in the vineyard world, because we've only got one reversible tractor in game so far, and that is the old Vultra. So now we got a whole bunch of these, and I don't know like why all of a sudden we're getting these, but I like it. I wish we had more tractors that were reversible. Let's take a look at some of these bigger ones. This one I'm not quite sure. Let's take a look at the 1090. Or the 10900, I should say. We've got an R model and a TR model. The difference between these two, they both have 98 horsepower. This one's a manual transmission, this tractor. And the next step up, which is the, well, I believe it's this guy. I believe. Let's see. The Tony, yeah, 1090, yep. This is the TGF 10900, I'm sorry. If you're playing a manual transmission, this is going to be a manual transmission, this is going to be an automatic. That's one of the differences between these two. The other one is that this one is reversible, this one is not. They're pretty much the same tractor, though. Same options, dual wheels, you can get all the different things on the front, change the wheel colors. Sounds a little beefier because it's 98 horsepower. I'll just take the one in the middle. I wanted to drive one around a little bit and see what it looks like inside, because it is once again unique. So this is kind of the stripped down model, I guess. Ooh, look at how cool the interior is, though. And this one's got pretty beefy wheels. At 98 horsepower, this is going to be a good orchard tracker. I would go minimum this size. Because then you can run all your implements. And then you can use that one to pull around your grape cart or your olive cart. So the good news is, even though the harvesters are expensive, the tractors are cheap for harvesting grapes. That's one way you can look at it. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our the next step up. We've seen the TTR. We've seen the TGF. This is the Tony. Now, the Tony's unique. We have an SR model and a TR model. The SR model is a steer model. I'm sorry, TR model is a steer model. And the SR model is articulated. So they show up as two different tractors in the menu. You can see that. And this one also comes with these wide, what brand tires are they? Vergstein or whatever. These come with an additional tire choice of kind of a turf tire, whereas this one is, like I said, steering based. Wait, is that the right one? TTR. No, it's this one I'm looking at. Sorry. There's so many of them, and they look kind of the same. There we go. And this one is reversible. Oh, also, I needed to note, most of these tractors of this design with the longer nose have these weights on the front. You can take the weights on or off. You can have 1, 2, or 3 additional weights on the front of the tractor, or rear, depending on which way you're driving it. But here we have the... so here's the regular drive version, and this is reversible. So we can hop in here and drive around backwards in this very small cab. Or we have basically the same thing, but we have the articulated version. This one I do not believe. Oh, no, it does. It's reversible. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's reversible also. This one, interestingly, has no beacon on it, where the other one does. So yeah, reversibles on those, both pretty cool stuff. We've already looked at this. So the next step up, we can look at prices too. Let's hop in here real quick. We've looked at the 7600, the 1090, and you can see the prices go up a little bit. When we get to the TR and the SR, we're talking in the 70s. Now, these are pretty expensive tractors. Our next step up is the Tony TTR. That's the 10900 TTR. I keep saying 1090 is the 10900, or 10900 series. The TTR is the penultimate tractor. That's going to be this one. Not to be confused with the TRR. This one looks like it has the most comfortable cab for a big fat guy like me to ride in. It is a wider tractor, which is interesting. You could still use this as an orchard tractor, but you would not want to put the double wheels on, obviously. It's got lots of warning beacons because they got room to play around with it. And it should be reversible. Yeah, it's reversible. So this one has 98 horsepower. If I'm going to use this a trim mower, this would be probably the better idea. Though usually with a mower that's running backwards, you want to sit outside, but they don't have that option, so. But regardless, it's a neat tractor. And that brings us to the last two tractors in this pack. We have the Mach 2, and I believe the other one's the Mach 4. Probably referring, yeah, the Mach 4 are referring to the treaded tracks that you can get with these. This one looks, they're about the same on narrowness. These are also, this one's a steerable. The 4R is a articulated. So the 2R is non-articulated. The 4R is articulated. Once again, providing us with a bit of leeway with our options, depending on what you like to drive. If you don't like the articulated, obviously get this one. These can have 3-point hitches, as you can see, on the front, and you can have a bull bar, you can have a 3-point hitch with a bull bar, or just the 3-point hitch. Most of these tractors do that, so some of them don't. You'll have to kind of go through and figure out, but this tractor is, of course, the Big Mama, and it's expensive. These are also available in red if you don't want the black coloring. So if you want it to look a little bit more traditional Antonio. For those of you that are Antonio Carrara fans, I don't know. I'd never heard of this brand before, but somebody has to make orchard tractors, and there are definitely 3 or 4 companies that specialize in just orchard tractors. So, and other companies that thrive there, like Landini. There we go. So running backwards, running forwards, it does all of the above. Last but not least, I think this is what's a neat or unique tractor in the series. I really like these Tigre cars. Stupid stuff like this. I always like, you know, I don't think this really adds anything new to the game, unfortunately. But it does allow us to have a cool little, let's see, do these sides, I'm trying to figure out, they open. Oh, that's cool. You can fold that up. You can probably do that on. Hey, if this rolls, I'm going with it. Let's see, fold roll bar, tip side back. Change cruise control speed. So this does not, sometimes these fold open with some of the devices. This does not unless you're dumping. But you can actually use this as a dump platform, so you can put like seed or grapes or something in there and dump it out. You can actually use this to get grapes out of the harvester. Now, I want to see something though. Does this work? The question is, does this work with the grape tools? That's a good question. Well, yes, Arthur, that's a great question. Well, I'm getting the heck texting out. Can it pull this? I don't think so. Oh, it does. Oh, that's awkward. So no, not really. And that's what I wanted to see. This is going to be able to pull around. Maybe, let's see what else we got. Nothing really there. Trying to see other things that would be more suited to that style. We'll just go with that. And last but not least, I think that probably the most likely candidate for that is going to be something like this. Hang on, what else we got? That's it. Okay, so let's see how those do. Just for poops and giggles. And you can see that over there. This is also available with no sides on it. This can pull this around. No problem. So that's a good fit right there. The Welger. And then, whoa. And then last but not least, this little guy. I don't know if this will pick this up or not. Sometimes it's one or the other, not both. Yeah, so this will not pick up this style trailer. So you're pretty limited. You might be able to pull a water trailer. I don't know if we have water trailers, animals. Let's see what we got here. We'll try. I think, oh my gosh. Nope, it can't pick that up either. Well, maybe. Let's get a little further. No, I can't even get back to it. Let me move the TR 10900. Nope. So there's no I can't pick that up. Anyway, I like this tractor out of all the ones that I think probably this will end up, unless I do an orchard, this one will definitely end up in use in the game somewhere. But that stinks that I can't pull that. It really only pulls the tippers, and that's not great. It's probably true of a lot of these tractors, though. So I think that pretty much does it. I think they're unique. I don't know if it's good or bad. I think some of you are going to like this pack a lot, and there's going to be a lot of people that are like, I have no interest in that whatsoever. I think it's an interesting device. I want to try one more thing before we end. So let's go ahead and there we go. This one takes this. Jeepers Criminy, I feel like I'm playing Farm Expert again. Farm Expert had a lot of these little orchard tractors because there was a lot of orchard stuff in Farm Expert. So I'll be right back. All right, so Arthur's Lawn Service has arrived at this old house up here. We're going to put this to use, I think. Why is this not lowering? Come on. Why can't I lower the work? What the heck? Why can't I lower the mulcher? Does this not raise and lower? Something got wacky. I don't understand. Maybe these don't raise and no, but it's got hydraulics. It's got to raise and lower. What? Now, once again, these are still beta, but still, you should be able to. Okay, yeah. I can raise and lower the mower. Huh, I don't know. That was weird. But then you can just mulch the lawn. And mow your lawn. And that was my idea with this. I know. It's probably not the most exciting thing you've ever seen. Like, oh, wow, groundbreaking. Because you could use the Profi hopper, too. But I think the Profi hopper collects grass. This is a way you can mow without having to collect grass. So, yeah, I wish, once again, that the smaller tractor had enough horsepower to run this. To me, that would have made it a little bit cooler because, you know, most lawn tractors are open air. But these mulchers take a lot of horsepower to run. I'm sure somewhere on the mod hub is a low horsepower mod that allows you to mulch. Yeah, I don't know where I haven't search for that or anything like that, and I usually try to keep mods out of my reviews. So, but it's pretty neat, and you can do it from in the cab. Like if you, instead of buying Lawn Mowing Simulator, you could just buy this DLC and get the same exciting effect. Because the graphics are about on par. Actually, probably a little bit better on Farm Sim. So you can mulch. You can mulch if you want to. Can drop that off. And the other thing you could do is, like, I've got this Sepp Knussel mower here, and my idea was this. I would not use the huge tedder that I have here. I would use a smaller one, but you could also use it like this with a mower. Now, so one of the questions that people are going to ask, does this add anything new to the game? No. Unfortunately, this tedder is way too big. They're small. I would use a smaller one, but this is the one that I have handy. And yeah, it's too heavy. Put it down. Yeah, in fact, it's too large for this tractor in general. I can't even lower it. It's lowered and it's not going down. So that's not going to work. So try to get a smaller tedder. But the other thing you could do here, now that we're up here, and maybe I'll test that. I'll try to test that out before we go. But you could do this. Is this going to work? Oh, no, this isn't going to work anyway because there's no PTO. So you'd have to run this the other way. Ah, dang it. All my ideas. Smash to the earth. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right, we're going to try this now. Hopefully this will work. Depends on if the tedder... The issue that I'm having is this tractor sits really low. And it looks like that's going to work. And so what you can do is this. So this could be a good solution for grass work. You know, you got your work cut out for you, but it's a pretty cheap tractor. I think... What are we driving here? This is the 7600 model, which I think was like 38,000. Yeah, it's 57. Okay, so it's a little bit more, but still, it's not too expensive. And you could also jump up to this model, which is 98 horsepower, you know, for 58,000. So you got a couple tractors in here that are more tractor-esque than our, you know, some of these orchard tractors are just ridiculously weird looking and small. So, like, the Landini is very strange. The good price, though, and look at the horsepower. It's got more horsepower. I would also consider the Fendt. Once again, up to 114 horsepower. Probably a little bit more expensive at that level. But these tractors are competing in here with the Massey that doesn't have a front, you know, and these tractors can get the front attacher. Really, I think the Vulture might be the first one that gets a 3-point. So these are not bad if you want to do like grass work or small lawn stuff. You got some cows and you need a little tractor to mow your lawn or whatever and do this, exactly what we're doing. This tractor is not a bad option to do that. It's just small, so you're in for a lot of mowing, but that may not be a bad thing. You might also want to get the articulated tractor so you don't have to do these turns. Like, this is going to obviously slow production down. Now, I don't know what the minimum horsepower requirement is for the Massey baler, but like I said, you can see here we have a whole haymaking kit. It's not too expensive. And I would say, once again, if you want to, this tractor's good, but I honestly, for doing this, I'd still go one size larger and pick up this guy. This guy's a little bit larger and has that extra horsepower. He also sits a little bit higher, it looks like. And so we can... Then windrow. Once again, plenty of horsepower for this operation. But this is such an ugly tractor. I personally would go for the next step up. But if you have a small farm that has an orchard and has, you know, stuff to mow, this would be a good deal. This would not be a bad deal. And I believe this tractor is not reversible. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't. Does it? Let's see, Shift B. No. Wait, Shift B. Yeah, this does not. It does not. This does not compute. So there's that. And then last but not least, you have, I think, going back to this other tractor, we have a baler up here. I just want to try the small bales. I would not do the big bales with any of these tractors. These big balers are too big. Maybe with the 100 horsepower. Was this a yeah, this is a 100 horsepower model. I would consider doing the collection wagon. We can try that and see if it'll pull it. But once again, this is going to really put it at an angle, unless you can find some tires to raise this up. And these just don't sit high. Oh no, I mean, it looks like it's doing all right. Yeah, so that works. Let's grab the, I shouldn't be attaching that while I'm in motion. So we've had fun. We've got to put this to a little bit of a practical application also and seen how it works. And this is definitely big enough to operate the baler. So once again, you just got to check your horsepowers and also, you know, see weight, like if it's like weight-wise, if it's too big. Like that next size up tedder was way too big for this tractor setup. So there you go. We're making bales. We've got hay. So that's what I wanted to show you. These are not only orchard tractors, but because of the extra tires and all that good stuff, you can actually use them for other work than just... and that's true of any of the orchard tractors. The Fendt will also do that. The Landini will also do that. But now we have a huge range of different tractors to pick from. Pricing is fair, but they are a little bit on the high side for what they offer. But I think it's pretty cool. If you had just these tractors and some grass and some cows, and you could do meat cows pretty easily. Or even, you know, if you can make like regular grass bales and wrap them. And could you do that? No, you couldn't, because now that I say that, you'd have to run one of these balers. And I think, let me take a look at the Kloss wrapper baler. They're probably too high horsepower. I mean, some people I know will cheat and do it, but technically, this needs 145 horsepower, 150. Even just the regular roll-a-cut, 100 horsepower. So maybe these two could get away with the smallest or the largest. I'm sorry, the largest of the tractors, which are the top end here. Anything that's got the 98 horsepower, those should be able to pull those balers, but you're really stretching it because they're so small too. The baler is going to be pushing those around on hills and stuff. So you're better off with a larger tractor for the big bales. But if you want to do small bales, you could do meat cows. You're just not going to get silage. Or you could do a collection wagon like I did there with the Pottinger and make silage using one of those. So it's all possible. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I think the pack is a nice addition to the farm simulator. I know there's probably going to be, I know there's a lot of people that are going to probably balk at this and say, it's stuff I don't need. And I get that, because it is a very, this is what I would call a very directed DLC. It's not really aimed at everybody. Like where you get seeders, like if you get a big, like I know in the past we've had like the Anderson pack. That pack really targets lots of different people because you have all kinds of different, technology in there, from seeders to fertilizers to mowers to balers. Somebody's going to use something from that pack. This pack's a little bit more, it's definitely aimed at people that want to do orchards or like small tractors and are trying to run a small farm. However, I like that idea, and it could, play into one of my series. So I am looking forward to seeing and using these tractors, but I can also understand if people are doing this and going, hey, I don't see the value in this. So is this DLC worth it? That's a tough one. It just depends on what you're doing. I would say yes, but one of the things that would have helped me want this a little bit more, and I know it's not realistic because it's not part of what they offer, is if one or a couple of these tractors actually could have front loader arms. They're just not big enough for that. But it would have been nice to have some kind of front loader arm so that you could move bales around, maybe, like moving fertilizer and seed. Because you don't have that, you're going to be looking at another, like a telehandler or some other kind of device that has arms on your farm to pick up things and move things around. And so that it makes it so that you have to have more equipment. Not that more equipment's ever a bad thing, but I do wish that's one thing that I wish that they had. I don't think the company offers that, which is why we don't have it in the game. But once again, I think if you like small tractors and are into orchard work or doing things taking really long time working on stuff, These are great. This is a good starter kit. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it worthwhile. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. And I will see you again next time something new comes out. And we'll go ahead and, obviously, I think you'll start seeing these in some of my series because they're kind of neat. And like I said, I really like that little truck, the, what do they call it, the Tigre car or whatever? The little flatbed thing. This is really cool. Yeah, the Tigre car. That's awesome. Anyway, have a great night, guys. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help, and we will see you next time. Bye.